Have you ever wondered what it takes to be viewed as a total dream girl by the guys you're interested in? I'm talking about the type of woman who commands respect, has her pick of the litter, and always gets treated like a perfect 10. Well, wonder no more, ladies, because in this video, I'm spilling all the secrets. See, being a dream girl isn't just about looks, although putting effort into your appearance definitely helps. It's really about embodying a certain rarefied energy and setting the terms for how you will accept being treated. When you tap into this elusive dream girl dynamic, you'll notice an incredible shift in how people, especially men, perceive you and interact with you. So if you're tired of being overlooked, undervalued, or treated like an option instead of a prize, then keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll have all the tools to confidently claim your dream girl status. The number one thing that separates a dream girl from the rest is her self-concept and confidence level. You could be drop-dead gorgeous, but if you don't believe in your worth, you'll never command that priceless treatment. I know it sounds so much easier said than done to just decide to be more confident and shut down those toxic negative thought patterns, right, ladies? Dismantling that pesky inner critic and rewiring deeply ingrained habits of self-doubt is an ongoing, intentional practice. But here are a few specific mindset shifts that seriously helped me in this process of nurturing my self-belief. First up, I had to completely change how I defined my own value and self-worth. Because at the end of the day, your worth as a person has zero to do with your job, how much money you make, your accomplishments, looks, or relationship status. Your value comes simply from being a living, breathing human being who deserves to be loved and respected. Period. Once I really let that sink in on a soul level, it became so much easier to tell that mean little voice to pipe down whenever it tried to make me feel small. Like those hurtful thoughts just didn't hold any real weight anymore. Next up, I raised my standards way up for the treatment I would accept from others, especially from romantic partners. One of my favorite affirmations became, "I am a dream girl, and I will be treated like nothing less." Whenever I'd start slipping into old patterns of settling or undervaluing myself, I'd repeat this like a mantra in my head. Then it was also key for me to really nurture and bring out my most positive, charming personality traits. You know what I mean? Like developing a warm, engaging interaction style, working on speaking with clarity and charisma, cultivating grace, poise, and that unmistakable feminine energy. Because these are some of those irresistible it factor qualities that just make someone seem like an absolute dream girl when you're around them. Am I right? And lastly, dream girls never stop growing, learning, and elevating themselves as women. I'm a huge advocate for constantly investing in your personal development through books, courses, coaches, hobbies, travel, anything that expands your horizons and enriches you. The deeper your own inner essence and character, the more you'll effortlessly attract that dream girl vibe. In essence, a huge part of being perceived and treated as a dream girl comes down to owning that powerful mindset within yourself first. When you fortify your sense of intrinsic self-worth, raise your standards through the roof, nurture your most captivating personality traits, and have a voracious appetite for growth, the unshakable dream girl confidence and aura you put forth is simply irresistible to a certain caliber of person. It's an inside-out process of knowing your immense value, aligning your choices and vibe accordingly, and absolutely refusing to settle for anything less than the reverence and VIP treatment you deserve. Which brings me to my next key point. So, we've covered some of the essential inner work and frame of mind required to step into your full dream girl power and start demanding that next level treatment you're worth. But listen, you're also going to want to be hyper intentional about optimizing the way you present yourself aesthetically and outwardly in order to reinforce those dream girl vibes you're cultivating. This means getting very strategic and meticulous about things like your look, your fashion and styling choices, and even how you carry yourself physically. Every aspect of your personal branding, from your hair, makeup, and beauty aesthetic, to the types of outfits you choose to wear, right down to the accessories and signature scent you're rocking, It all should be working harmoniously to project an image of upscale, undeniable femininity and sacred sensuality. There's no more just throwing on a messy top knot and schlubbing around in public in loungewear. Well, I'm not saying you need to be Hollywood red carpet glam 24/7, but having a cohesive, alluring personal style that makes you feel like an utterly confident, gorgeous dream girl is key. You want to cultivate a look and overall aesthetic presentation that immediately broadcasts high-value feminine energy when people lay eyes on you. So get ultra intentional about developing a signature hair, makeup, wardrobe, and overall beauty vibe that has you feeling like an utterly magnetic $1,000,000. It's also paramount to work on mastering your body language, the way you carry yourself and your vocal tonality to align with that dream girl frequency. Walk with poise and elegance. Stand with your spine straight but relaxed, taking up space rather than making yourself small. Speak slowly with warmth and resonance so your voice commands attention, being able to exude grace and feminine swagger through your speech patterns. And physicality elevates your desirability factor by 1,000,000%, I promise. And of course, in today's social media age, you'll want to be hyper conscious of aligning your online personal brand with the dream girl ethos you're cultivating. I recommend auditing all of your public social feeds with a highly discerning eye and removing any pics or posts that could undermine the upscale, classy image you want to project. In fact, I actually advise keeping your social media presence pretty minimal and slightly mysterious when you're leveling up into this dream girl reality. Let a highly curated Instagram feed filled with elegant, artistic photos that hint at your fabulous life be like breadcrumbs leading interested people towards your true dream girl essence, if they're persistent and respectful enough to get to know the real you, that is. So in summary, be ruthlessly intentional with every single aspect of your outward aesthetic presentation and personal branding. The type of man who keenly recognizes and pursues a dream girl isn't going to be drawn in by a woman who cuts corners on her look or styles herself in a sloppy, low-effort way. He's attracted to the total package. The one who has clearly invested serious time and energy into cultivating transcendent feminine radiance through her physicality. When you marry that level of immaculate self-care, sophistication, and attention to detail with the mindset pieces we discussed earlier, that's when you start moving through the world as a full-blown vortex of dream girl magnetism that can't be ignored or undervalued. It's an incredibly powerful shift. Now that our inner foundations and outer aesthetics are locked in, it's time to talk about the often overlooked final key to solidifying that full dream girl dynamic: healthy boundaries. Even the most confident, glowing dream girl can end up trapped in a nightmare situation by entertaining guys who are never going to see or cherish her worth. Boundaries are what grant us the discernment and discipline to say, nope, not for me, to any romantic interests or dynamics that fall short of our standards. The biggest boundary every dream girl needs to master is being able to confidently say no and disengage without constant justification or guilt. No doesn't need 1,000 explanations or apologies. You're simply honoring your self-respect and worth by refusing to give your precious time and energy to situationships or dynamics that don't genuinely fulfill or honor you. Give yourself full permission to bail or cut things off at the first strike of getting treated like an option rather than a priority. Don't make excuses for his lack of effort, shady behavior, or failure to step up and give you the treatment you want. Keep your emotional investment capacity capped until and unless consistent actions prove he's the real deal you've been waiting for. Speaking of which, dream girls don't reward half-hearted efforts, temporary shininess, or manipulative charm tactics from guys either. We only bestow that sacred dream girl treatment on men who embody true high-value traits themselves and make us feel safe, heard, and cherished at a soul level over an extended period of investing themselves. It's not about carrying ridiculous tests or playing silly games. It's about having the self-respect to reserve that divine feminine energy for the one who's man enough to rise to the extraordinarily high level of loyalty, consistency, desire, and adoration you require to feel totally treasured. Dream girls absolutely need to weed out the players, manipulators, and time wasters who can't see our full humanity beyond just a body to objectify or ego to stroke. If he demonstrates any of those red flag traits, like love bombing and future faking right off the bat, lying, disrespecting boundaries, anger issues, or a lack of integrity, cut him off swiftly and completely. No second chances. As magical as we may seem, we don't have unlimited reserves of nurturing dream girl energy to pour into black holes. Any guy who can't match our level of adoration, respect, and commitment gets the self-love stamp of next until we cross paths with one who can. Stay firm in your non-negotiables around deal-breaker issues too, whether that's things like wanting kids, moral values, life goals. Don't compromise who you are, at your core, just to have a warm body around. At the end of the day, dream girls simply don't have the bandwidth to entertain time and energy leeches. We go into protective mode by cutting off anything or anyone too tarnished or misaligned to handle the full radiance of who we are. Because when you know your immense value and self-worth, you simply won't accept anything less than a romance that lives up to that lofty dream. In summary, claiming your birthright as an actualized dream girl who magnetizes elite-level treatment from the world requires a synthesis of inner and outer mastery. It starts with shifting your inner mindset to one of radical self-belief, where you know you're a prize, to be cherished and won over, not settled for. It then means living that up through your outward appearance and personal branding. And lastly, it's about backing up your self-worth with firm boundaries that weed out anything less than full respect and commitment. When you embody this dream girl dynamic from the inside out, you'll notice an amazing shift in how people perceive and interact with you. Suddenly you're viewed as that fascinating, valuable, feminine energy that others want to rise up to meet. So keep doing the work, keep valuing yourself fully, and never stop striving to become the best version of your dream girl self. Trust me, putting in the effort is beyond worth it for the caliber of treatment and opportunities that will start opening up for you. If you want to continue being inspired on this journey, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Drop me a comment below with your biggest dream girl struggle and what resonated most from this video. And as always, stay tuned for more life-changing content coming soon.